right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at something real quick here. Some new information going out on the Delphi case. They're refiling the Odin file within the case. So, very interesting. Let's take a look at this video.
Massive blow to Richard Allen's defense strategy when Judge Fran Gall ruled that his attorneys could not introduce any evidence that pointed towards another suspect in the killings of Abby Williams and Libby German. His lawyers had planned to tell the jury that several practitioners of a religion known as Odinism had killed the girls in a ritualistic sacrifice. In a recent filing, Allen's appellate attorneys said they planned to attack that decision by the judge and requested numerous pieces of evidence that they did not receive. Today, that evidence was filed. It is 1,200 pages of material, mostly related to the investigation into the Odinism theory, along with depositions from the lead investigators and pieces of evidence collected throughout the investigation. Most notably is several posts made by a man named Brad Holder, who is a confirmed Odinist and was looked into by investigators, including this photo of a large branch covering two people, eerily similar to the layout of the crime scene, along with a painting that resembles the way one of the girls' bodies was posed, and several posts of symbols made with sticks, similar to the ones Allen's attorneys said were found at the scene. In the depositions with investigators, there are several references to more than one person being involved in the crime and to the Odinism investigation being dropped for no apparent reason.
Remember, they thought it was two people, and they released sketches of two people, and they asked the entire nation to identify those two people, neither of whom was the eventual defendant.
Defense attorney John Tompkins, who has followed the case closely, believes challenging the judge's decision to not allow any of that evidence will be the strongest argument for Allen's appellate attorneys.
The jury needs to understand this was not a single perpetrator theory, and this guy was not the first guy that you wanted to arrest.
Now that this evidence has been filed, Allen's attorneys have 30 days to file that formal appeal. It should be noted that Tompkins says less than 5% of cases are reversed on direct appeal. In the newsroom, I'm Max Lewis, Fox 59 News.
Are you a football pro? Prove it with Wayne 15's Pro Football Challenge.
All right, so they're saying there was more people involved, pretty much. They're going to re-enter the Odin files, and which, if you were up to date with the Delphi case, you knew that there was a good chance there was many people involved, right? They all, I think each one, even Keaton Klein's dad, I think might have been a Mason or whatever this is, Odin or whatever. And yeah, there's a good chance they all knew each other, and it was all something, yeah, well, maybe. I'm not going to close the door to it. We know this much. They have Richard Allen's bullet there at the crime scene. They have a photo of Richard Allen on the bridge and him confessing that was him. We also have confessions of him on the phone, talking to his wife, saying he did it, but he wasn't alone, or maybe he wasn't alone. Maybe he was trying to tell his wife he wasn't alone. We really don't know. Why? Because we weren't there. We don't know. So, is it possible there was a whole bunch of people involved? Some kind of a pedo Odinist thing or something? Yeah, well, good chance. I'm not going to say no. My opinion. I imagine there was others involved, more than what we knew. And the only ones that would really know that is the government, FBI, CIA, police, doing investigations in that area, the crimes that they were seeing in that area. Don't forget, you got 20-some, 30-some people that were dead before and after. 30-some people that were dead before and after. Abby and Libby. So anything is possible, and I'm not going to close the door to it. We don't know. We don't know. We know this much. Richard Allen has a lot to explain because they have his bullet there and they have photos of him there. Now, him saying in his confession, he has no idea how that bullet got there. Well, then you're being framed. And the only way you could be framed like that is if the police were in your house, took a bullet before the crime, maybe after. Who knows? Who knows? Or someone within your close group of people, including your wife, tried to set you up. You know, here's the kicker. They got a photo of him there that day, that time, on the bridge. So he's got a lot of explaining to do. Whether he's guilty or not, I don't know. I'm not judge and juror. We got to wait for that. He's already been found guilty. But how many involved? Well, who knows? Maybe he did belong to something. Maybe his friends. Maybe, who knows? We don't know. But it wouldn't hurt to take a look at the evidence that they have, that the investigators found out. And if they had nothing to do with the Delphi case, oh, well, at least they're alerting us that we got some kind of a secret sorcery, witchery, sacrificing group within America in Indiana. I don't know if that makes sense to you folks. But there you go. We'll get back to the Delphi case as more information comes out. And like I said, what's the worst that can happen? Well, these people didn't have anything to do with the murder. Well, okay. But it's real what these people believe in and practice. Oh, that's good for us society people, civilians, to know that these groups exist. Sacrificing kids and doing crazy stuff exist. So it's better to learn before it's too late. All right, folks. So we'll be back with some more Delphi stuff. It just so happens I'm doing some chores right now. And we might go through, there's also an article with this. I might read the article tonight and do another video on it. There's a little bit more information in the article that was written. So I might read that tonight. And we'll touch back on this Delphi thing. Is it shocking to me? I think there was many players involved in the Delphi case. Whether they were not Odinists or Masons or secret society or gangs or whatever, they were pedos connected and probably knew some of these people. There was many suspects in the Delphi case, folks. And you had to connect the dots that it was bigger than what they thought. But they really couldn't come out and say anything because it's still an ongoing case. So I don't know if that makes sense to you folks, but it makes sense to me. And I'm an idiot, and it makes sense to me. So, all right, we will be back later with more Delphi stuff. Have a great day. It's a chilly day today, but I think here tomorrow it starts to warm up. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? I think Thursday it starts to warm up. I know we got good weather Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back up into the 50s and 40s for, I don't know, next week or whatever. So most of the snow will be gone and we'll be ready for the next wave of cold weather. Have a great day. Let's see what Debbie Fox said. I never thought this dude did this alone. No way. I don't know. Here's the thing. They found a lot of DNA and it matched women, hair strands and all kinds of. So there might have been many there or a woman involved or, we don't know. We'll find out. Now, you folks have a great day. I'm sure you got a lot better things to do and better channels to watch that are a lot better than this channel. But I appreciate all the subs I got because I've been on YouTube for many, many, many years. And I'm a small channel with small views and subs, but they're honest views and subs. And I didn't buy them. or pay for them. They subbed because of the content and maybe my opinions, theories, and speculations. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe my music, maybe me singing, whatever. I appreciate them. All glory goes to God. God bless them and have a good day. Oh, Debbie gets credit for it. What a great woman. Now, there you go, Deb. I'll give you credit to the mods. Thank all the mods and everyone. God bless. Have a great day. You're all great ladies. Uh, you're all great men. God bless you all. I paid homage to you, Deb. Don't worry. I'm giving you credit for being one of the great mods of all mods. Have a great day.